Hi you guys, welcome back to my channel. So today's video is going to be a bit more personal. This video is basically for if you're feeling lost or unmotivated or unsure of where you're going to go next. This video is just a reminder that everything is going to be okay and to keep going. Please don't mind the background noise. I'm doing this in my car. I would do it in my house, but our smoke detector, I think it's dead or whatever, the batteries needs to be replaced. So it keeps going off. It keeps going off in the background and I don't like it. It's annoying. So doing this in my car. This video is supposed to be a reminder to tell you to keep going, even if you don't even know where you're going, even though you don't know what's going on, you don't know what your next move is. This is your sign to keep going. I got me this drink. It's okay. It's the Starbucks pink drink, but it's okay. And then I got this. I didn't know what this is, but it's pretty good. I got these for the car talk. So yeah, I've dealt with feeling lost and unsure of where I'm headed at to. I feel like I kind of personally feel like that right now. Honestly, right now, I'm not exactly sure which way I'm heading. I was in school, but I decided to take a pause on that because honestly, I didn't know like what major or what thing I wanted to do. I kept going back and forth between like law and like English and writing and things like that. I was just like kind of like going back and forth between like what my passion is, the things that I'm passionate about and then like going for things that will make me money. It's hard because I see people, straight out of high school and they know, oh, I want to be a nurse. I want to do this. I want to do that. And I'm just like, I don't know. I don't know what I want to do. And I don't know. It's been difficult for me to like figure out what I want to do. But I realized I feel like the things that I was doing at some point wasn't necessarily for me, but it was like maybe to uphold some sort of image, with the things that I was doing. I guess career wise, when honestly, like if you ask like, oh, what do you want to do? I would say I want to do writing. I want to do dance, just something in the creative field. I guess I would say that I've kind of felt lost in just that. And I guess like hobbies too, because at some point I stopped writing. Like, I mean, I wrote a little bit, but not every day. I wasn't making it a priority. The things that I was passionate about, I wasn't making it a priority. At some point it was like just go to work, just go to work. But then after a certain point it felt like now I'm 22 and it's like, dang, people are already like in their careers or or starting or whatever the heck, or ahead like in school, and I'm just like, what the heck am I doing? You see, I think the problem for me was like I wanted to do a whole bunch of things, especially school. I feel like I want to do all these things, and like in my head I want to do so much, but I wasn't actually doing it. And I feel like I lacked discipline, in order to execute those things that I wanted to do. So I feel like putting a pause on school for now kind of helped, because like, how am I supposed to like be doing good in school and stuff like that if I'm not even disciplined enough to wake up on time every day and just do the things that I want to do? Like, I wanted to go to the gym, but I wouldn't be disciplined with going to the gym every day. I wanted to eat better, but honestly, I don't even think I was paying attention to how I was eating. I think I was just eating whatever I want. But then I started like looking more into it and realizing like, dang, I'm eating a lot in a day. I'm barely exercising. You know what I'm saying? I'm just like, I'm enrolling in classes, but like, I'm not even disciplined enough to get up and do some of that stuff and do it on time and not wait until the last minute. I was procrastinating and things like that. So I understand. At some points, I thought, maybe it's best to give up, and maybe some people think that that's what I'm doing now. I'm not giving up. It's just being honest with yourself. I think that's very important, when you're feeling lost. Being honest with yourself. What's going on? Why do you feel that way? What are you doing? What are you making a priority, and what aren't you making a priority? So, when it comes to feeling lost, it's very important to acknowledge those feelings. Acknowledge those feelings of, feeling like, I don't know what I'm doing. I don't know what's next. It's important to acknowledge those feelings because, sometimes just acknowledging them is the first step to moving forward, right? I feel like for so long, I was just, I don't know, just doing what, I don't know, I thought I should be doing, saying, oh, I want to be a paralegal and doing this and doing that. But after a moment, I didn't even really want to do that anymore, but I kept doing it, But once I acknowledged that I honestly don't know what I want to do and that I don't know what I am doing, I feel like it made things so much better and more freeing because it was like, okay, so what can I do to make me feel better? And, thinking like, okay, I think I need to work on discipline. How am I supposed to be disciplined enough to finish school and actually pick a major if I keep switching up? And I'm not even disciplined in the things in my just regular daily life, So I acknowledge that, because you can't keep pretending that things are okay and you can't keep putting up a front. So I acknowledged that and I was like, okay, I'm going to take a pause on that and I'm going to try and be disciplined and work on that. But let me try being disciplined in at least things that actually bring me joy or things that I actually like or things that don't necessarily have to have a deadline. So I was like, okay, I'm going to try to be more disciplined with going to the gym, with trying to eat better, with trying to wake up earlier and not staying up so late. Trying to be disciplined with like meal prepping and not like overspending and budgeting and things like that, And starting this YouTube channel, I feel like that was another thing that I did that's something that I wanted to do that kind of helped with discipline, me having like kind of like a certain day every, week that I need to post my video. Being disciplined with my poetry, getting back into my poetry. I just been trying to be disciplined with all of those things that bring, me passion, things that I like. So, with feeling lost, you just need to take a moment to kind of accept where you are now. You don't have to like it. You don't have to like where you are now, but you need to accept it for where it is, right? Even though you're feeling lost, accept it for what it is. And, try to think about the things that you are grateful for, because sometimes you're so lost and you're upset. And sometimes you don't think about, actually where you are now and how things aren't terrible. You may not be where you want to be, but things could be so much worse. Think about how far you've came from, the beginning of the year till now. Maybe things are better. Maybe things are worse, but I don't know about you. I don't know. When I was younger, and I feel like I kind of lost this kind of mindset. I need to try and remember it and bring it back. But when I was younger, I used to always feel like I used to be sad when things were bad. And when I felt like I was like at a low point, I would feel bad. But I realized that, like, just I guess after, like, in hindsight, right? I realized, like, dang, every time I've been like at a low point, it usually led me to something better. Every time. In relationships, in jobs. You know what I'm saying? Like, I had my first job, I was making like $12 an hour, right? And then COVID happened. I got money from that, all that, whatever. And then I got laid off. But then I ended up finding another job within a week. And that job was like 15 an hour, right? I ended up leaving that job, got another job that was 16. Then I got another one that was like 20. Then the next was like 25. I know some people, I know some people are like, oh my God, you switched jobs. I don't know. See, that's why I'm making this lost video. I just be back and forth, at least when it comes to careers, but with the things that I'm passionate about and the things that I actually like, I feel like I'm the same with. I like dance, I like writing, I like reading, yeah. But yeah, every time I've been like down, it's like pushed me further, you know? Kind of like a slingshot. I was thinking about that. Like a slingshot, you know? Like, you know, you get pulled back farther and farther and farther just to get, you know, thrown like or pushed forward. I feel like nothing can get worse than where you're already at. You know, if things are already bad or as bad as you say it is, then I mean, like, it can only get better, right? It can't just keep getting worse and worse and worse. At some point, there's going to be a turning point, but you need to keep believing that things are going to get better and trying to take actionable steps to making things a little bit better. Just a little bit each day, you know? Little steps each day to try and get to that life that you want, you know, to get to where you want to be at. You don't want to, you know, beat yourself up on things that you can't control. That's another thing. Don't waste your time like being upset or mad. I mean, yeah, you can be upset and mad, but remember, like, everybody is dealt, you know, their own set of cards. Some people have better cards, some people don't. But you need to do what you can with what you have, right? With the cards you're dealt. You need to do what you can with the cards that you have been dealt. Don't waste your time upset over things that you can't control. Focus on what you can control. You know, focus on that and you'll start feeling better. Remember that where you are at now doesn't mean that you're failing. It's just a part of the progress. You're going to get there. Some people are able to get where they want to be at 22, some at 19, some at 27. That's just life. Like I said, you've been dealt different cards. It doesn't mean you're not going to get there. You're going to get there. It might take longer, but it's only going to take really long if you don't do the things you need to do to get there. If you keep on staying upset and wallowing in misery and not doing what you need to do, you're never going to get to where you need to be. Right. So like I said, right, keep moving forward. Even in these times of doubt, you need to keep moving forward, right? That means taking small actionable steps to getting where you want to be. So that can mean starting a routine, getting back into a routine, getting off social media. Remember, like I said, everyone is on their own timing. So, you know, stop listening to what other people are telling you, like, you should be at in life. Stop listening to what other people are saying. Oh, you should be here, you should be there. Everybody has different circumstances. Some things that I did to help me regain focus when feeling lost and not, you know, sure of where I want to be is remembering my goals. You got to think, what are your goals? And then try and think about what you can do to get there. You know, think about your goals, what you can do to get there, what's important to you, what's mainly important. Is it your mental health? Is it finances? Is it where you are now? Do you want to get out of your city? You want to graduate? Like, you know, what are your goals and what can you do in order to get there, you know, to get from where you are now to get to there. Try to think of things and remember it like this. Every action and thing that you do is like a point towards the life that you want or the type of person that you are, right? That's what I try to think of it as, right? I want to be a YouTuber. What are YouTubers gonna do? You know, they're gonna record their stuff, they're gonna edit it, they're gonna try to look up more things about it, and try to figure out what they can do for things to be better. They're gonna try to look up what they can do to make their videos more interesting and things like that. You want to be a dancer. What do dancers do? They practice, they stretch, they try to work out, right? They try to stay fit, they make sure they drink their water, they make sure they eat better, right? It's like that was another thing. I feel like I said in the beginning, I was planning all these things, saying all these things that I wanted to do, but I wasn't doing it. I was talking a lot, but I wasn't doing the actions to back it up. And so now it's like, I think I just got to a certain point where I was just so tired of myself. Yeah, I think I just got to a certain point where I was just tired of, you know, like I said, saying that I was going to do things and then not actually doing it. I got tired of just thinking about the life that I wanted, but not doing the things that I needed to do in order to get there, and then being upset that I wasn't there when I wasn't even taking the steps to get there. You know what I'm saying? I got tired of just doing that. So it's like, was feeling lost and stuff, like, that's okay. That's perfectly fine. But if you don't make a move, you're gonna forever be stuck, right? If you don't make a move to move forward, you're forever gonna be stuck in where you're at. So that's why it's important to think about your goals, acknowledge where you are, know it's okay to be where you are, but to try and make a move, even if it's once a week, once a day, something to get you kind of close, because you must have some type of vision of where you want to be at in your life somewhere, some type of goal, something, right? And if your goals just feel like too big and too much, then set smaller goals. Focus on smaller goals to get to that big goal. And if you want, you know, journal and track your progress. That might actually make it like easier or just better for you, like being able to go back and reflect and see all the work you've done, where you came, and the progress you made. And yeah, last but not least, it's important to remember your why. I know you feel lost, but you know, think about your passions, think about your goals. Sometimes when you're lost, it's very easy to forget why you even started, why you even had these goals, why you even want to go through with it, right? But sometimes taking a step back and then just asking yourself why is this important? Why do I want to get where I want to get, might actually help you kind of focus on where you want to be and how you want to get there. At least for me, like sometimes I do get sad about not knowing what I want to do or where I'm heading, but that's the great part, because you don't know. This is that time to try out different things. Of course, like I said, try to make a plan, but this is that time to try out different things and see what works and what doesn't work for you. So you gotta, you know, stop and ask yourself, what's your why? Why are you doing what you want to do? And when I stop and I take a step back, I know that my why, the reason why I'm trying to hit my goals, is because I want a better future for myself. Right now, I just want to try and do the right things now for my future self. You know, I'm trying to set my future self up for success. I know I may not be where I want to be at now or in the next year or the next year, but I can try and make sure that I'm doing what I need to do every year to get a bit closer. And it's not like I am still stuck. I don't want to be, you know, 3 years into future and I'm still at where I'm at now, you know, because I'm so stuck on feeling lost and not knowing what to do that I just do nothing. That's not good. So yeah, when I'm like stuck and I'm like, I don't know what to do, blah, 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 it's like at some point you got to make a decision, you know, and you have to, because it's like, if you want to get to where you want to be at, you need to try to come up with some type of goal and then try to come up with a plan. You don't got to have the goal be hecka big, you know, you can have a big goal and then think about what are things you could do to get to that goal. right? And then start on those little small goals, doing what you need to do to get there. At the end of the day, I try to remind myself of what matters to me. And that's what helps me push forward to try and get to my goals. Not worrying about everybody else's timeline, but worrying about your own. And remembering that you will get to where you want to be when it's your time. As long as you're doing the steps and trying to move forward, it's going to come to you. Sometimes it's going to come when you least expect it. So try to be ready for that. Yeah, so just to end the video off, I just want to remind yourself that it's okay to not have it all figured out. Remember that that feeling is only temporary, and it's just important to take every day one day at a time. Sometimes feeling lost can lead us to new opportunities and to new destinations, and can lead us to experiences and things that we would have never thought would have happened, and things, you know, that we would have never expected. So just embrace the journey, embrace feeling a little lost. It might lead you somewhere that, you know, you would have never thought would have happened. Like what's the name? I had a breakup, and then now I'm like doing YouTube, and I'm putting myself out there more, which I'm not saying I wasn't doing it because of that person, but I think it's forced me to have to spend that time with myself and figure out what do I want without the influence of another person, you know? And it's cool because I would have never thought that I'd start a YouTube channel. It was something that I always thought about but never started. But this year I'm like, this is the year where I'm going to try and work on discipline and doing the things that I said that I'm going to do and trying to stick to them. So if I can do it, I know you can do it too. Remember, like I said, it's okay to feel lost. You will reach your destination in due time. If you guys like this video, let me know in the comment section down below if you want more videos like this. If you guys like this video, like, comment, and subscribe. I'll see you guys next time. Bye.